Hello, everyone. We're now on to My Hero Academia, and this was quite the newsworthy chapter, but I enjoyed it for the fact that I knew that the aftermath of this whole battle would be the most interesting part, and it was. As it stated, a bunch of the heroes tried to stop Shigaraki, but they couldn't. They captured a bunch of the paranormal, whatever they were, paranormal resistance army or something, Liberation Front, and got Reed Destro and a couple of his major players. But at the same time, it cost the heroes quite a bit, as we see a lot of the destruction in the city, as Uraraka and Froppy continue to save citizens left, right, and center, as many of the other heroes do. We see one of the heroes just standing in the center of all the destruction, realizing it's just too much to handle, and decides to quit, which I had saw coming. Again, a good decision. I'll get to that more later. And it was a stark reminder that a lot of these people are doing this as a job. They aren't necessarily heroes at heart. They're doing it as a means to an end, a job, as I said, something like just going to work, doing hero work, sure, but it's still a job, and after a while it takes its toll. And that one pro hero, it finally broke him, which was a good perspective to go down as we continue to see the destruction, and then we see the continued capture of some of the other members like Compress and Gigantomachia were caught, but again, at a huge cost, as much to my dismay, Midnight did not make it out of this arc. Yeah, that one sucked. I think I've mentioned it before. I've read Vigilantes. I'm actually caught up with it. And if you read Vigilantes, you get a good backstory on Aizawa and Midnight, and even get some more character from the two of them. And so I was really pulling for Midnight to survive, but she didn't. We also see that several other pro heroes, and probably many more, but he only kind of listed a few, didn't make it, and so that's a big blow to the Hero Society. But what's the bigger blow is that now the people are questioning whether Endeavor is a good person or not, or even a good hero, as many don't necessarily think Dabi was a good person, which I was surprised by. No one really sided with him. But what did happen was that they started questioning Endeavor, as we see both Deku and Endeavor being wheeled away because of their injuries. Endeavor is in a very bad position, which I saw coming, and I'm glad Horikoshi did decide to keep him alive. What happens next will be very interesting. At the very end of the chapter, we see that All For One has other intentions as well, as he's decided that he has to go break out his real body before everyone gets back into order. So the next chapter should be, we don't even see what happens. It should be Deku and everyone in like the hospital and recovering. He gets the news, and many of the others who didn't know Midnight died. Other drama, you hear some of the students trying to leave the school as they're not cut out for it, like Mineta and some of the others. And then you hear on the news after like 2 chapters that Tartarus was broken into and All For One escaped. That would just be the blow that just breaks the camel's back, which would be such a climactic and dramatic moment, and My Hero Academia on before it goes into the next half of the story, which that's the rumor going around, is that Academia is ending soon, and that it'll go on to like the pro hero version of it, but he'll change the name. It's not quite as easy as Naruto, One Piece, Bleach, or Dragon Ball, where they can all keep their name but move into a second half time skip. My Hero Academia, well, Academia is a school, so it's stuck there, if that makes sense. So them rebranding it and making it a new anime isn't super surprising. Now, the big thing about this arc is that Horikoshi made all the right decisions, in my opinion. It just took him too long to get there. He seemingly struggled to get it precise and to a point. Again, all the decisions were right. If anything, I've called most of them, which is a good thing. It just took him too long to get there, and it made the battle and the fighting tiring instead of tense. And so I don't know whether a lot of people agree with that or even agree with me. I think a lot of people love this arc, but I don't. As a whole, again, like I said, he made all the right decisions. On a binge read through, it'd probably be great excellent even. But reading it week to week, it was tiring. I'll of course continue reading this, I'm too far in. It's just having it that all the right decisions, quote unquote, were made, and yet at the same time I'm still just like disappointed. It's such an odd thing, but we'll end up seeing. Hopefully he can continue some momentum as the whole My Hero world just falls apart. But overall, this chapter, I think I'm going to give an A. It was really pretty great in terms of just starting the news dump and everything else, and even setting up that things are getting worse before they even remotely try to get better. So it'll be interesting on how a lot of this goes from here. And so yeah, that's the end of the chapter. And so if you enjoyed my ramblings, please leave a like, and as always, thank you for watching.